the cow
robots fight.
style glitter
good
balloon.
speed manufacturing.
Ah, that's an airbag. This is a concept that we've been hearing about for a long time.
Kyle, he sucked it right into his weapon. What?
I don't know if I'd be happy about this if I was Zach.
Oh, look at that.
no.
The weapon is wrong.
That is
Oh,
off
the weapon
kilter.
is Zach Knight. He looks really happy, you guys.
Yeah, Zach's really pleased with that entire experience. Zach has a lot of work to do on Pramheda.
Yeah, okay. So at the moment, it seems like with the pressure that from bending the frame, the top plate really did not want to come out. My biggest priority after that fight was making sure to inspect the batteries, make sure they're not damaged in any way. We all know that lipos like to go very bad, very quick. Overall, the frame's actually really bad damaged. Getting this weapon shaft out is going to be a little bit of a tall task, but we'll get it done. I really just want to swap everything to this frame. I borrowed a backup frame because I expected to lose things throughout the day. Just, I guess, not in this way. I have so much force running through my weapon that when it caught the airbag just wrapped itself in all the tight little crevices around the weapon and just destroyed everything. Frame rails are bent. The weapon motor pulleys broke. Pulley on the weapon looks to have completely twisted itself around. So I don't even know how I'm gonna get this pulley off of here. That's gonna be a fun time. But you can see that these are supposed to be perfectly straight. And they're bent out at an awkward angle. Next course of attack, I want to check my weapon motor system. If the weapon motor doesn't seem to be too bent, I might just throw it in the other robot. Yeah, everything's looking okay internally, just the damage suffered to the frame. Now, it looks like now that I've got weapon shaft out and it's not pushing on anything anymore, the frame's straightened up a little bit. So I might actually be able to take and replace them with a couple older parts I have and just put straight ones on. Because it looks like the main problem is all the aluminum. Not entirely happy about it, but
well, I don't blame
I don't think anybody would be.
I was in the green room and there was a lot of discussion about whether or not airbags should be allowed in the future.
Yeah, he's not even gonna put one on for the next fight. He'll do something else. He saw what the after effects of what he did was, and he felt really bad. He was a first-time builder. I can't blame him.
Oh yeah.
Guy tried something new. And when the first-time builders are normally the guys that give us the best entertainment. Because all of us normal guys, we build roughly similar things over and over. Yeah, I'm not mad at him one bit. I made my own mistakes in that fight and I should have just turned my weapon off after it was exploded anyways. As I press a straight one up against it, there's quite a bit of flex to it. Oh well, things happen. So here, you can see that each frame rail should all be parallel to each other. If I bolted this back in and it seemed twisted in any way, it would tell me that this cross frame is bent because I'm not changing it. There's a little bit of things that I'm not exactly happy with at the moment. I think the frame's twisted just slightly, and so it's gonna pull my front wedges off the floor. When that airbag exploded, every little bit of the 3D printed pulley just kind of twisted upon itself. Now it's completely junk. I can't use this. We don't come here expecting not to get damaged. I need a bunch of washers. So we got pressure on the shaft.
How's it going?
The amount of bend is, most verts don't bend me that hard.
I don't know if that's something I should be proud of or
A little bit of both. You're a first-time builder. Like, you brought a very unique idea. Did it backfire? Yes. Nobody in the world is going to be mad at you for that. But there was never an intention from you to be an entanglement device.
yeah, it's supposed to be a launch, have the bag either
Yeah.
come off or break off.
Which I don't judge you a single bit for any of it. I've always known that one of my greatest weaknesses will be my back cross frame, but it's not often anybody ever gets to there. So this little pink cover saves all my drive electronics from uncertain death. So I gotta remove the connections off this motor and solder on some new ones. I've already got my wires pre-tinned. Now I'm just I've created myself a little bit of a jig with my helping hands. Now I just need to get the wire connected inside of the back end of the connector. Luckily, there's little holes that make getting the solder inside of it incredibly easy. Right now, all I'm doing is buttoning this up, getting all the electronics pushed back inside of it, and then we will get the drivetrain put together, which should only take a couple minutes, and bolt armor on. So my battery leads are my biggest problem when initially resetting the electronics internally. All I have to do is put the front wheels on, run a belt between each one. So all they are is they're held in with a shoulder bolt, which I can actually just steal from this one with a couple screws. Toss the armor on this one as well, and put the front armor on, last top plate, we're good to go. Because the frame rail doesn't want to sit flush, I will make it sit flush. Just pulling the frame rail in a little bit so that I can run the screws directly back into it, put it under tension, and then be all set. I think that's a completed robot. Let's find out. Okay, cage is closed, everybody's safe. Something's backwards, that's fine. I can get that reversed. It's just a simple little change, but most thing I care about is the weapon. Do I have weapon? I do not. So that being said, first thing I need to do is go back and get that changed up, see what I can do to fix it.
So there we see Zach dancing back and forth, getting ready for his fight, going up against a literal legend.
There he is.
Pramheda having a little bit of trouble getting out of the corner there.
Uh-oh.
And look at the drive on Pramheda, just drifting around Toro Jr.
Pramheda's weapon down?
Yeah, it's definitely not spinning at full speed. And it's all that powerful four-wheel drive drivetrain on Pramheda that's giving him these advantages in these interactions right now. Grinding hits on Pramheda. They just knocked him over onto their head there. There it is. That is your tap out.
Toro Jr.
You can just see the paint and the erosion on the front of that weapon.
Yeah.
It's probably because it's been a long day.
This is a good outcome. So how you feeling? What did you do right?
We tried to avoid the corners and not to get stuck on the box, on the cage. And also it was all about driving as well, because they have a larger weapon, so weapon to weapon we might lose it. We also were lucky that his weapon was not working fully, so.
Yeah, because a very experienced competitor that you were up against.
Zach Knight and Pramheda, they have had a day picking out pieces of an airbag from an earlier match, trying to fix some wonky drive issues. Pramheda is one of our top-ranked 12-pounders, and we're just not seeing the same kind of speed and drifting motion from Pramheda that we typically see.
Chunk of the sidewall just got ripped off.
Tap out.
Oh, wow.
Huge
The
airtime.
winner is Yabganal.
Wow, Yabnal takes it. Zach Knight is going home with Pramheda. I will say Zach Knight has had quite a day, you know? Running into that airbag earlier in the day and taking pieces of that airbag upstairs to the pits and trying to pick it out, you know, of that weapon housing. You know, like that was an incredibly destructive match.
Yeah, totally.
And perhaps a little controversial.
I heard things.
Yeah.
This is honestly one of the biggest rebuilds I've done midday. Typically, I'm changing one or two parts, not swapping everything to a whole nother chassis.